I would like to introduce our first presenter this evening. Her name is Grace Haukwa, and she is the CEO and founder of Nabtry International Cultural Dancers, who was the first African group to be recognized by the International Reggae and World Music Awards in 2010 as they were nominated for the Most Outstanding Dance Group. She is also the face of the Foundation for Abandoned and Disabled African Children, and which is a charity organization geared towards providing and improving drinking water for African children. Today she will be speaking on the overview of violence, what is violence, and how it affects our communities. Please welcome Grace Haukwa.
Good evening. First, I would like to, we would like to take 10 seconds. Lynn Lucy, the founder of Heal Africa, she actually just recently passed away. So it's with great sadness I have to tell you this, but 10 seconds, let's take 10 seconds to just honor her. All right. Today I'm going to be talking about violence. Violence is often seen as an inevitable part of human condition, a fact of life to respond to rather than to prevent. Encouraged by the successes of public health approaches to other environmental and behavioral related health problems, these assumptions are now changing. No country or community is untouched by violence. Images and accounts of violence pervade the media. It's in the streets, in schools, workplaces, institutions. Violence is a universal scourge that completely tears and fabricates communities and threatens the life, health, and happiness of us all. Each year, more than 1.6 million people worldwide lose their lives to violence. Do you know how this affects us all as a whole? Many of us suffer and are injured from different ranges of violence. I'm going to talk about the four of them: physical, sexual, violence, psychological violence, and deprivation. Sexual violence is happening everywhere in the world right now. It's taking place not only in Africa, but also here in America, in the form of rape and human trafficking. It's also used as a tool of war, a weapon to manipulate, systemic rape. In the Congo, the women are raped. Every hour, 48 women are raped. It's really hard for me to just even imagine the type of life these women are living right now. So it's up to us to really, really come together and sorry, excuse me. It's really up to us to come together and help create awareness with action. Even here in our community in Las Vegas, we're the topmost destination for human trafficking in the world. This community in Las Vegas alone, we have so many ladies getting raped. The only difference is the environment, in which determines the actions taken and the results produced that greatly afflicts the deepest relationship that we can have. If all of us love each other and protect each other, we can be able to prevent most of these situations from happening. Love is the most valuable thing on this planet that God gave to us. But depending on how we use love, it depends.
Thank you, Grace. I'd like to introduce our next presenter. She is Esther Brown Rodriguez. Exactly, she's a firecracker. Esther is from Barcelona, Spain, and she founded the Embracing Project in 2005, which basically unites inner city youth involved in gang activities with child soldiers and connects them through the way of recruitment. Basically, the way that they recruit in the gangs is the same exact way that they recruit children to be soldiers. And to find that commonality is amazing for the youth involved. And once a year, they take the youth to Liberia, Africa, to work in an orphanage that they have, and also to work with rehabilitated child soldiers in a way that they can heal each other by sharing their experiences and just realizing that although their lives are completely different from two parts of the world, they basically experience the same thing, and they can heal each other through that common base. She is also heavily involved in Las Vegas here as an advocate for juveniles who are involved in sex trafficking. She was contracted last year by the Clark County Clark County District Court as the Sexually Exploited Youth Court Administrator to create collaboration among child welfare, the Department of Juvenile Justice and Juvenile Courts, community organizations, and providers to promote permanency and adequate services for dual-involved sexually exploited children. Esther's mission basically is to unite the youth based on peace and respect for one another. Please welcome Esther Brown.
Hi, thank you. I have two warnings for you guys. One is I made my own words like Jesse Jackson. I think he did that too. So, and the other warning is that when I put my presentation, you're gonna see some pictures that maybe make you feel uncomfortable. But I always tend to keep it real, so I'm sorry. If you have children around, my kids are used to, so I hope nobody from DFS here. But they are exposed to these things, so. All right, so my friend from, my friend from the cabin gonna put that over. So I just push the button, right? Okay. No, that way. No, the side. Okay. Got it. I want to talk, well, she say a lot about me, and our mission is to teach the similarities between gangs and genocide. And the main work that we do is here in Vegas, but also we work in Liberia. My husband and I, the little guy here, he has we have an orphanage that we sponsor in Liberia. We have like 57, 58 children over there. But I want to talk about the things that unite us. We always talk about the things that separate us. We want to talk about religion, and we want to talk about nationality. I think we have two things in common. One, we are from the same race. That's human. That's what I put in my application when they ask for race. I put human. And the other one is pain. We all know pain. At one point, we have pain for one reason or another. So those things make us equal. It's no secret that we're losing kids here in Africa, in Europe, in Asia. I said it right? Asia? We're losing kids everywhere. And especially in Las Vegas, you put the news, and every day we have shootings. Sometimes they don't put all the shootings that we have in Las Vegas because they will take the entire news in the 30 minutes, but it's almost every day. We lost, I can tell you, in less than 2 months, we lost three of our kids in our program because of street violence. And you know, we may be losing the guy who is going to discover the HIV vaccine, or the next woman president in America, who knows, right? But let's talk about victims of violence. We have victims of, okay, this is not working too good, and I'm going to throw it to somebody in a moment. Okay. Africa. Child soldiers get recruited not only in Africa, they also get recruited here in Las Vegas. The difference is we call them here gang members. That's the only reason, but they're soldiers. I mean, they are recruited for very similar purpose. I can tell you the country that I know, which is Liberia. I have other friends from Uganda and Rwanda. They explain me their experience. But when we go to Liberia, the former child soldiers that we work with, they explain us the way they are being recruited, or they were recruited when they were children. And when a group of men come to your home and may you kill your mother and kill your father in front of you, and they tell you you're going to join us, the answer is yes. And they take kids as young as 8 years old, and they make them go through so extreme violence that they get desensitized. They are being used as a mine detectors. They are being used to recruit other children. They are being used to rape women and to kill people. And then when they try to leave, their own community don't want them because there is a stigma.